Some stories don't begin with grand gestures or dramatic twists. Some begin in the quietest places, like a grocery store checkout line where a small decision can reveal the size of a person's heart. This is the story of a struggling single dad who chose kindness even when he barely had enough for himself. And the woman he helped, who had more than enough but felt emptier than ever. What happened between them would change both of their lives forever. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to your channel name, and leave a comment about a moment of kindness you've witnessed. Your support helps us keep sharing stories that inspire and uplift. The story begins. The automatic doors opened with a soft whoosh as Ethan stepped inside, tugging the hood of his worn gray sweatshirt tighter against the cold wind. His daughter, Lily, was waiting at home with one of her drawings taped to the fridge, stick figures of her and her dad, holding hands with a big sun smiling above them. Shed told him she couldn't wait to eat his famous mac and cheese, which was really just a simple box dinner He'd learned to make on nights when money was tight. Tonight, money was very tight. Ethan glanced at the crumpled bills in his pocket. $58. That was all he had until his next paycheck. Rent was due next week. His car needed a new battery. He was praying it would survive a few more days. But despite the stress, he walked the aisles with a soft, tired smile. He wanted Lily to feel safe, loved, never worried. He picked out the basics: bread, peanut butter, milk, apples, the mac and cheese box Lily loved. He checked prices 3 times, making sure nothing pushed him over what he could afford. It was a routine he knew all too well. A few aisles away, a woman in a navy blue coat stood frozen in front of the soup section, her mind miles away from the grocery store. Her name was Ava Reynolds. To the world, she was a powerhouse CEO, brilliant, polished, respected. But right now, she looked less like a billionaire and more like someone barely holding it together. She had come to this small grocery store because she wanted to disappear for a little while, to feel normal. The past month had been a storm of stress: investor meetings, exhausting travel, headlines about her company's success, and long, silent nights in her penthouse where she ate alone and wondered why she felt so empty. Her life was full of everything except people. She grabbed a basket and collected a few things: oatmeal, lemons, a bottle of multivitamins. It wasn't much, but the normalcy of it was comforting. When she reached the checkout line, she ended up right behind Ethan. She didn't notice much about him. At first, he seemed like any other tired parent picking up groceries after a long day. But something about the gentle patience in his face, the way he stacked his items carefully, made her glance at him an extra second longer. Then she reached into her purse to pull out her wallet, and her heart stopped. Her wallet wasn't there. She checked her coat pockets, then her jeans, then the bottom of her purse. Nothing. A wave of embarrassment washed over her. The cashier had already scanned her things. "I'm so sorry," Ava said quietly. "I must have left my wallet at home. Can you put these aside? I'll come back for them." The cashier gave an awkward smile, unsure what to do. Before Ava could step aside, Ethan spoke. "I can cover it," he said softly. Ava turned to him, startled. "What? No, you don't have to do that." "It's okay," he said with an easy smile. "It's just a few items." She shook her head. "I can't let you do that. I don't even know you." "That's the best part," Ethan replied. "We don't have to know each other to be kind." Ava stared at him, stunned by his calm sincerity. He didn't look like someone who had money to spare. In fact, the faded sweatshirt, the worn sneakers, and the cheap grocery items suggested quite the opposite. But he didn't hesitate. The cashier told him the total of his items added another $24 to his bill. Ethan paid without blinking. Ava felt a lump form in her throat. She wasn't used to people helping her. Most wanted something, needed something, expected something in return. Yet here was a man with so little offering what he had as if it were nothing at all. "Thank you," she said softly, her voice trembling just a little. "Really? Thank you. Just pay it forward someday," he replied, giving her a warm nod before picking up his bags and heading out into the chilly night. Ava stood there holding her small bag of groceries, feeling something shift inside her, something she hadn't felt in a long time. She followed him out of the store, driven by an overwhelming mix of gratitude and curiosity. An unexpected discovery in the dim glow of the parking lot lights, Ava spotted Ethan loading groceries into the back seat of an old, dented sedan. A booster seat sat in the back, covered in stickers. She watched him tuck the groceries carefully beside it. A single dad. She walked toward him slowly, unsure what she planned to say. "Excuse me," she called. Ethan looked up, surprised to see her again. "I didn't get to thank you properly," she said. He gave a light laugh. "You already did. Really, don't worry about it. I want to pay you back," she insisted. He shook his head. "No need. Everyone forgets their wallet sometimes." Ava studied him. He looked exhausted, kind, humble. "You're a good person," she said softly. He shrugged with a shy smile. "I just try to do the right thing." They exchanged a few more words, and then she watched him drive off, the old engine sputtering as it left the lot. She stood there for a long moment, the cold air brushing against her cheeks, wondering how someone with so little could still have such a generous heart. And something inside her, something heavy and weary, finally cracked open. The next morning, Ava didn't forget what happened. She couldn't. The kindness wasn't just thoughtful, it was rare, pure, the kind of goodness she wished existed more in the world, the kind of goodness money couldn't buy. By mid-morning, she made a decision. She called the store manager, explained what had happened, and asked if they could help identify the man from the checkout line. With security footage and employee help, they found Ethan's workplace information. By the afternoon, she was standing inside a small, quiet auto repair shop. The air smelled of oil and rubber. Tools clinked in the back as workers talked over the sound of a radio. Then Ethan walked out, wiping his hands on a rag. He froze when he saw her. "Ava? What are you doing here?" he asked, clearly confused. She smiled. "I told you I wanted to thank you properly. You really didn't have to go through all this trouble." "I know," she said, meeting his eyes, "but I wanted to." She handed him a folder. Inside was a job offer, full-time employment at her company, with health benefits, a much higher salary, and flexible hours so he could take care of Lily. Ethan stared at the papers, speechless. "I don't understand," he whispered. "Why would you do this for me?" Ava's voice softened. "Because kindness deserves to be repaid with opportunity. You helped me without knowing who I was. You gave from your heart. People like you are the reason I still believe in good." His eyes filled with tears. He tried to blink away. "I don't know what to say." "Say yes," she replied warmly. And he did. A new chapter within weeks. Ethan's life changed. He had stability for the first time in years. Lily had the resources she needed to grow and thrive, and Ava gained something she never expected, a genuine friend. Someone who saw her as a person, not a CEO. Their lives intertwined in a way that felt natural, easy, and healing, and all because of one small moment of kindness in a grocery store. Life doesn't always give us grand opportunities to change the world. Sometimes it gives us simple moments, tiny chances to brighten someone's day, to lift someone's burden, to give without expecting anything back. But those moments matter. They ripple outward. They multiply. And sometimes they come back to us in the most beautiful ways. So next time you get the chance to be kind, take it. You never know whose life you might change, or how it might change yours too. Be kind. The world needs more of it.